Avoid these mistakes when you, as an online course creator, online membership owner, or online coach, start to set up your funnel. With Kajabi, I wish I had done the same. Mistake number one is when you use a landing page instead of going to funnels to set up your lead magnet funnel. And here's what I mean. As you can see on this screen, it has on the left-hand side website, and then design, and then pages, and then navigation. And so naturally you might click on pages and go to a landing page and create a landing page. No, don't do that. Slide down over here on the left to marketing, and then once you click on marketing, you'll want to click on funnels, and then you can click on, see how I have my landing pages here? You can click on a new funnel, and that will allow you to set up a freebie. And so you can click get started and then go and name your freebie. Now, bonus, I will show you what mine look like, because here's another mistake, is making them too complicated. So here we can go into my Facebook ads setup checklist, right? And when we come in here, you can see the funnel, and that's all you need. The funnel has 3 steps. I didn't know this at first. So mine looked really weird and I made all these mistakes, but here is your cheat sheet, if you will. You got the landing page, you have a form on the landing page, and you do a couple of things. You tag based on what you want to segment people in your email list, and then you send an email sequence. The email sequence shows up right there, which is weird. It should be at the bottom after the thank you page, but there we go. And then you create a very simple thank you page. I recommend a super simple thank you page that's like this, okay? And when you click on mobile, nothing too crazy there for the thank you page. The next thing that you don't want to do is have an image as the background of your landing page or thank you page. You can have a little image like this, but what I mean is a big old image that tries to like make your page look like super artistic. It just takes long to load and you get formatting issues. True story, I had an image at the beginning, and then when my team set it up, the image only worked on desktop. So there was no image for mobile, which meant the default image was on mobile and it was not my default brand image. It just looked weird. It was all wrong. The next mistake I made, and I don't want you to make, is on your landing page, you can only use one form per landing page. And here's what I mean. Let's say that at the beginning of your funnel, as you can see on screen, you have 2 different lead magnets. Now, I have 2 different lead magnets, but I also am making versions for each platform so that I can track which platform the traffic is coming from. So if I have a funnel leak finder, which I do, and I have one for YouTube and one for the podcast, I cannot go into the YouTube one and then connect that form. For example, say a lead got the funnel leak finder and was a YouTube lead, and then go back into a different form, but I can't go into a different form and have it send a different email sequence or the same email sequence, but tag people as a different lead, like coming from the podcast instead of coming from YouTube. It does not work that way. You have to go to forms and create different forms for different platforms, if that makes sense. So a different form for YouTube and a different form for the podcast or for your organic or for your Facebook ads. And then you go into that form and then you set the settings for that form individually. For example, this YouTube form tags somebody as a lead having come from YouTube, and then also tags them as having gotten the funnel leak finder. Whereas if I go into the form for Facebook ads, then that form specifically tags people as a Facebook ads lead. So you make multiple forms if you're putting them, as you should be for tracking purposes, in different social media places, and also having a different Facebook ad form. Now, hold on a second. Why do you want a different Facebook ad form? So that you can track the behavior of your leads in your funnel. That way, when you get to your launch, or you get to, let's say, anywhere where you have sales, you can look at where you're getting the sales from. And then you might find out that, oh, Instagram is working at converting a lot more sales eventually than YouTube for some reason. Because people that opt in on Instagram for a free lead magnet are just purchasing more later on. So then you can, as a business owner, decide to double down on that platform. Now, here you have multiple forms, and then you go into the funnels and you create your landing page and thank you page and link up a form on the landing page. That is how it works. By the way, when you create a funnel and you choose, you'll end up being able to choose like a simple template. And inside of that template, it will put a form by default, but then you can go and select which form you want on the right-hand side. And this is stuff that I just wish I knew. There's a couple more things. So one thing is you need to attach an automated email sequence to your form. And if you're like, but QUÄY.jo, what is an automation? Like an automated email sequence? What we don't want you doing is having a lead magnet, somebody opts into your email list, and then they just sit there until they get your weekly newsletter. No, we want emails that go out on automatic. And in the first one of those emails, your lead magnet is delivered to your brand new person who's on your email list. In the next series of emails, that's not your newsletter, by the way, those automated emails send out at an automated frequency. They should serve a purpose, and that purpose would be to sell something that your business offers, or just to nurture that lead and warm them up in what we call like a nurture sequence where you build your own authority, they get to know you, and then later on, maybe you're going to do a live launch. So what do I mean? Come to email campaigns and see exactly what I mean. I have some sequences here. One is a FBA setup checklist. So this one sells or attempts to sell my online course about Facebook ads to people who downloaded my Facebook ad setup checklist. Makes sense, right? Selling is serving. If somebody doesn't know how to set up their Facebook ads and comes to me, a Facebook ad manager, for a free checklist, the same one that I use for my team to set up ads for my clients, then they're probably also not the best at running their own Facebook ads and would like help or like my DIY course. So I have an email sequence. Do I have to send that by myself each time? Do I have to type out the emails? No, it just sends automatically, one after the other. And that is what I mean by an automated email sequence. See here, you can tell it to send immediately. Let's look at the funnel leak finder, which is another lead magnet I make for online course creators, online membership owners, online coaches who have a funnel, but their funnel's not converting leads into sales as good as they want. So they can use this funnel leak finder. It's the same tool that I walk my individual like hourly coaching or monthly clients through to troubleshoot their funnel. So like you could get it and troubleshoot your own funnel with a spreadsheet to start finding where the issues are. And so I have an email that sends immediately, and then I have one that sends in one day and a day later and a day after that, and so on and so forth. Okay? So now that you understand an automation, definitely use one to deliver your lead magnet and to continue to follow up with that person and build your own authority and explain your sales offer or explain the offer that you sell to them. What you can also do is tap or click this video right here if you want to see the mistakes that I made when I first set up my course so that you don't have to make those mistakes and your course can sell more from the beginning.